So this here's my Jujutsu Kaisen review. Pretty dope, man. Not enough Sukuna, unfortunately. Kind of nice premise, nothing too crazy. What else can I say? Animation, great. Mappa Studios, from what I understand. What is it? Itadori is the main character. Yeah, I should really prepare these a little bit better. What am I talking about? I don't know. It's a good anime. Sucks that it's over in, what, 24 episodes, however many it was. The scale of it isn't really that impressive. Like, Gojo, of course, his scale, he's probably the only character that... Well, him and Sukuna are the only ones that are really interesting. I haven't gone through the manga, so I'm assuming everything really ramps up from there. It's just I'm starting to watch through Attack on Titan right now, and within the first episode, it's already on a large scale. Like I kind of know what's gonna happen later. I really haven't gotten into the series or really paid attention. um, but in terms of Jujutsu Kaisen, like it's it's a problem I have with a lot of animes. Like they start off really cool, and they kind of like taper off. That fight with that, what is it, like tree spirit that they had with that owl something or other big muscle bound dude, that was pretty dope. But there's not really like a consistency of action. Like the first few episodes, it's like pow pow pow, and then it's like, okay, we're going into a school versus school little competition arc, and that stuff kind of gets me because you like lose focus on what you're trying to, you lose focus on the main character, you lose focus on the, storyline. It's just kind of like little competition between side characters with some, fancy schmancy action with the main character sprinkled in throughout. Dragon Ball did it really good. The tournament arcs, uh, My Hero Academia, it was okay. That little, like, whatever they called it, pretty much was between schools or classes, Class A, Class B, and My Hero Academia. And it's like, it was the same thing, tons and tons of side characters. Like, I don't care, show me Midoriya's One for All, blasting people to smithereens. What was the other one that I was thinking about that had like a classroom tournament arc? Food Wars. That I loved that show until they stopped focusing on the, what was it, Sioma? He was awesome, and like, yeah, it was kind of like predictable. Oh, he's gonna win. He's got some magical experience from his father's shop, and he's like you can almost look at him like a magical chef. He knows all these techniques. He's so much better than everybody else. He always wins. But why do I have to look at some girl making some kind of poisonous looking purple soup that apparently gets the judges essentially, that show, how can I put it? That show is, I don't know how to put it, a little graphic in their reactions. Pretty much everybody's clothes explode off and they're like, so good. Ooh. It's just like, ugh. You know what you're eating, right? It's this purple. I don't even know what the heck kind of soup it was. They're like, delicious. I'm just like, I don't care, you know? But Jujutsu Kaisen, it's awfully annoying when you get information on a main character and learn about their great power up, and then you don't see them or that power up ever again for a long time. Like that whole thing with Sukuna being basically like a spirit that took over this kid's body, or basically he was a vessel for the spirit. Most of the time, people die being a vessel. He's, the protagonist. He can't die, of course, but when you give a character power, you want to see them use that power. Like, one quick, easy example is like One Piece. You see Luffy. I don't remember pretty much what was it, the first episode. I don't remember when he had the flash back, not flash black. I think that was actually a move in Jujutsu Kaisen. Black Flash. It's befuddling me. But you see him use his power constantly. And when Luffy in One Piece, basically what he does, he eats what's called a devil fruit. It's basically a fruit with a devil spirit in it. You can only eat one, or else you die. If you eat two, you die. You can't jump into the ocean because the spirit hates the spirit of the ocean. Some anime logic like that. But basically, it gives him anybody who eats a fruit. There's tons of them. They gives him superpowers. Essentially, he can stretch. He's Mr. Fantastic from the Fantastic Four. He can stretch. He can balloon. He can twist and all this crazy stuff. But you don't just like give him that power and then show him basically like never using it. Like, oh, it's a crutch. I don't want to use it. Get strong on my own strength. Kind of like if you look on Dragon Ball, for example, like they say like you go Super Saiyan, but you shouldn't train in Super Saiyan. You should train your base form, and you should train that because Super Saiyan gives you a 50 times multiplier on your power level. So whatever, you got a whatever. Average human has what, power level of 5. You get these superhero characters get a power level of whatever, 5 million. Or is it a? It's not by 50. It's by 50. So whatever the math is, it equals, you go Super Saiyan, you go power level 150 million. So if you train your base, go 6, 7, 8, 9 million, and then go Super Saiyan, that multiplier jumps it up so much higher. So they have like these excuses. Oh, I'm not gonna fight Super Saiyan. Goku fighting in base form and almost dying all the time because he's off guard. It's just like so dumb. A classic show. I love it, but so dumb. And that's essentially what Jujutsu Kaisen does. It's like, oh, you got this king of curses as a spirit living inside you, and if you use him, you can essentially beat anybody. But you're gonna have this little like morality crisis and be like, no, I'm not gonna use it because if I release him, he'll hurt people and I can control him. Blah 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 blah. Not that interesting because anime's appeal is basically being, superhuman. And if you start taking away those superhuman aspects, yeah, there's slice of life anime, sure, you can get into that. But if your whole thing is like super powered curses and spirits and all that, and you decide not to be super powered for whatever arbitrary reason, it's just like, bruh. With that One Piece example, basically, you are what he's doing, Luffy, as a stretchable human. Anytime he gets a power up, he gauges the strength of his opponent and responds accordingly with his power. like he has Gear Second, where he pumps his blood faster in his body because his whole body's rubber. For a normal human, it would explode their heart, but his heart can expand, so he can move faster, hit harder. He has Gear Third. He can inflate his fist into a giant, like, balloon fist, smash characters with it. Gear Fourth, he can channel what they call hockey in there. It's like spiritual energy, and he can create this super powered form. And then on top of that, in the manga, shows that he goes Gear 5. Oh, I ate so much steak, boys and girls. I am burping. So, and he uses that against the strongest characters in the anime. And it's like, you never see him like, oh, Luffy, why don't you go into this stronger form? No, why aren't you using your powers? No, he's, always going all out, pushing the limits and finding new ways to defeat his opponents if he can't overcome them. I mean, I guess Jujutsu Kaisen had a little touch of humanity to it. It's similar to Rurouni Kenshin, in my opinion, where the anime got to a certain point and, it's not progressing and you kind of got to jump into the manga. Same with Naruto. I had to, in the final battle, it wasn't animated and I had to go to manga from great flashy moves into just black and white pages. It was closure. I didn't have to wait half a year until it finished animating. I kind of don't want to go. I do. I want to go into the manga of Jujutsu Kaisen, but they are animating it. So, but 2023, they say it's coming out, and it's just like, I don't want to wait that long. But I don't want to read. I want to watch. Anime. So I'm starting Attack on Titan now. It's pretty dope. We'll see how it goes. I know it gets dark. I know people die and all this crazy stuff. So we'll see. A quick review. Thoughts off the top of my head. And I am aware of the crazy fan bases that anime have, so if you feel like you gotta rip me a new one, feel free. If you agree with me, comment down below. Yeah, pretty much nothing else to say, so pretty much all my phoenixes out there, stay rising. I'm gonna keep trying to post.